all around us. In every part of the UK are skilled teams of eagle-eyed men and women working alongside the police to keep us safe. They're the people on the front line, tackling the hazards that place us in danger.
This is not something we want anyone at all to ever experience.
They're cracking down on those who threaten our families.
These people prey on vulnerable people. They're just the lowest of the low.
They're protecting us on the streets and in our homes.
With telephone calls now, I don't answer it. That's how scared I am.
These men and women make up the UK's enforcement teams, our defenders. Today,
we are going to be seizing the vehicle.
When today?
Now, right now.
Our defenders get tough with fly tippers caught on camera.
Seizing vehicles sends a strong message out to others. We will go out and defend the countryside.
And they close in on a charity boss who stole £250,000.
The fact that it involved taking money from disabled people was shocking.
Our cities, our towns, and our countryside are under attack. Fly tippers illegally dump thousands of tons of rubbish every year, leaving local councils with a clean-up bill that runs into millions.
Waste crime is such a huge issue across the entirety of the UK, so it's very important to ensure that we capture as many offenders as we can.
Jamie Duffy is the waste crime manager at Maidstone Borough Council.
Whenever we come across waste in any location, it's shocking to see how disregarding people are when it comes to disposal of their waste.
Jamie is our defender.
Whenever someone commits a fly tipping offence, we always investigate to try and capture the offenders.
That's it.
This lay-by on the A249 near Maidstone is a fly tipping hotspot.
You can see that somebody has decided to dispose of their unwanted sofa at the location. It's a regular spot for people to come and fly tip.
Black bags full of domestic and commercial waste are frequently dumped here.
We get a multitude of rubbish that's fly tipped in this area, anything from the black sacks to bulky items such as this. It's disgusting and it's harmful to the environment at the end of the day.
Jamie was determined to stop rubbish being dumped here and to catch those responsible.
The best way to stop people that are committing the offences of fly tipping is to catch them in the act.
Emma Viner is at the forefront of the Environment Agency's fight against waste crime. Emma knows all too well the importance of the work being done by local authorities.
It's important to catch these sorts of offenders, to punish them for the offending that they've done, and also to act as a deterrent for others and to show that waste crime doesn't pay and that there will be consequences.
Jamie decided to hide covert cameras in the hedgerow in an attempt to catch the culprits red-handed.
One was placed in the location over there and one was placed in this location to cover both angles to capture the offence that's taking place and any vehicle registration that is involved within the offence of fly tipping.
Once Jamie had the vehicle's registration, he'd be able to track down whoever was responsible.
CCTV is a great tool when it comes to our fight against waste crime. It helps gather evidence and pinpoints the exact location of where a fly tip's taken place. You can't argue when it's put in front of you on camera.
With 2 hidden cameras in place, all Jamie could do was wait. He didn't need to wait long.
After we installed the cameras in the area, we captured a number of offences from different vehicles, different members of public, and different sizes of fly tip.
First, a white van pulls up. The driver opens up the back and starts dumping building waste on the side of the road. The same van comes back a second time, this time dumping black sacks.
They unloaded items from the rear of the vehicle, from household waste to commercial wastes.
Then came another white van.
The contents was roofing tiles, roofing materials. Those items of waste had to be disposed of as hazardous waste, as there could have been elements of asbestos included within the waste.
The next vehicle to be caught on camera took Jamie by surprise. It wasn't a builder's van, but a BMW 320, complete with electronic boot opening. The driver dumped a black bag full of household waste and then later came back to dump more bags.
One occasion was just the one black sack, and then they came back on a separate day and a separate time to dispose of further 2 black sacks. It's likely that they were operating on a regular basis at disposing of their waste at that location.
2 of the 3 vehicles were caught on camera twice, each time fly tipping.
Whenever we capture offences on CCTV and we review the footage, it's always a great feeling to know that we're capturing them committing the offence. There's 6 vehicles on the list that we're interested in, 5 of which are for fly tipping, 1 suspected illegal waste carrier.
Today, in a joint operation with Kent Police, Jamie's hoping to track down several fly tipping suspects, including the 3 caught dumping rubbish in the lay-by.
The white Ford Transit, we've got it fly tipping on the A249 in Maidstone. Obviously the usual hotspots. And the black BMW 320, the estate, again fly tip in the same location on 2 different occasions.
If they can find the fly tipping vehicles, Jamie's plan is to seize them and take them off the road.
We're looking to seize all of those.
Let's go and do it then.
Ready? Let's go.
They'll be using automatic number plate recognition cameras to help track down the vehicles.
To let you know, SL has just come past Newnham Court.
If you can get it.
Yeah, okay, we'll go there for that one then.
One of the white transit vans is quickly located. Jamie and the team close in on it.
One of the vehicles has just hit the ANPR cameras, which links to the police computers. They've just gone off to try and catch up with it. We'll make the same sort of direction to see if we can catch up.
Eventually, they find the van parked in a compound.
So, Jack, did you want to go up with Tom and see if they're in the office? Because I think it'll be in relation to that vehicle there.
Anyone caught on camera fly tipping is likely to have their vehicle taken off the road.
We've found one of the vehicles that we're after. As long as there's enough evidence relating to the fly tipping offence, then we can go ahead and seize the vehicle.
To get it back, the driver will need to prove ownership. They may also have to pay a fixed penalty notice or face prosecution.
So the vehicle is just here. Can't find any owners at the minute, but as the vehicle's committed offence, we can still seize the vehicle with the owner present or not.
Eventually, Jamie gets through to someone.
Hi there, my name's Jamie. I'm calling from Maidstone Borough Council. It's just in relation to a vehicle that you've got on your site. It's going to be seized for the offence of fly tipping. That's right, yeah. Because we've got evidence linking it to a fly tip, we're going to seize the vehicle. You can make a valid claim for the vehicle, and then we can obviously make the further investigations from there.
While they're waiting for the tow truck, Jamie gets an urgent call. They've found another of the vehicles on their hit list.
We've just left my officer, Jack, and one of the police officers, Tom, to wait for the recovery truck to turn up to take away that vehicle, and we're on our way to the next vehicle.
It's the black BMW 320.
The Royal Task Force has seen it driving along and it's hit the automatic number plate recognition. It's been caught fly tipping black sacks on our CCTV cameras on 2 separate occasions.
In cases like this, it's hard to deny the evidence.
It's a clear, open-shut case if caught on CCTV.
Jamie finds the BMW in a McDonald's car park.
Is it your vehicle, is it, sir?
He's about to break the bad news.
Because the vehicle's been connected to fly tipping offences, we are going to be seizing the vehicle.
When, today?
Now, right now.
No, you can't do that.
We are going to seize the vehicle for the fly tipping offences that's taken place.
To get his BMW back, the driver will need to pay a release fee of between £100 and £150.
I don't understand. I don't understand how someone can just stop me and seize my vehicle.
Because the vehicle's been involved in fly tipping offences, we have the authority to seize the vehicle.
The news is finally starting to sink in.
You mean to tell me you're just going to take the vehicle just like you stopped me out of the blue and you're taking my vehicle?
Taking someone's vehicle is never going to be something that someone's going to be happy with. We get a number of different responses from people. Obviously, this being one of them, where they're not happy about what's happening and get a bit agitated is probably the best way to describe it.
The BMW driver heads off on foot, and shortly afterwards, the recovery truck arrives.
They're going to make sure that everything is in order and then put it on the back of the truck, and away they go.
Over a 12-month period, Maidstone Borough Council has spent £1.6 million protecting the countryside, clearing fly tips and keeping the streets clean.
Seizing vehicles sends a strong message out to others that you can't fly tip in Maidstone. We will go out and capture offenders and defend the countryside.
Yateley Industries in Hampshire is a registered charity. It's been providing jobs for people with disabilities for more than 80 years.
We employ just over 80 people currently, set up by a lady called Jessie Brown, and started off as a charity block printing for disabled girls. Now we do all different types of packaging.
You're working Tuesday and Wednesday this week, are we, Leslie?
Sam Peplow is the charity's Chief Executive Officer.
Meaningful employment is massive for the people that we work with. It isn't just about the salary, it is about the work ethics, being able to have that routine coming to work. Our aim is to develop people so they can progress on and go on to mainstream employment. So it makes a huge, big difference to people's lives.
Many of the employees not only work here, but live here too. It means the world to them, which makes it all the more shocking that anyone would steal from a charity like this and put its future in doubt.
So it's 4 bolts and 4 nuts in a clam.
On the factory floor, team leader Scott Tanner assigns everyone tasks for the day.
They're all a really good bunch of people to work with. I've worked with near enough everyone here. You get to know them as well, working with them, knowing what they can and can't do when it comes to the jobs, and I enjoy it. If you need any help, just let me know.
Yeah, I will.
Scott started work here when he finished college 9 years ago. Since then, he hasn't looked back.
I started off as a factory worker, and then I built myself up to be where I am now as a team leader. But I'm hoping to build myself up to be a supervisor one day.
Scott's job here is precious to him.
It actually means a lot because it's my first job, and I never thought I would get a job with my disability and everything else. It's the independence and the responsibility behind it that boosts my confidence to be who I am today. Ollie, what are you doing? You're waiting for a job.
But back in 2013, the charity was plunged into crisis. Its former boss, Patrick McClary, stole hundreds of thousands of pounds from the pension fund, putting the future of Yateley Industries and everyone here in jeopardy. Now, the fight is on to restore the funds and give those who rely on them a secure future.
We will find a way eventually. The difference it makes to the people here is astronomical. We won't stop fighting until we find a way to make sure that they have a secure future for those that live here and those that work here.
The first indication that anything was wrong came when the pensions regulator got a tip-off.
We received a whistleblower report from an advisor to the pension scheme who was concerned about some of the investments that were being made by the scheme trustees, and that's how this whole case has opened up for us.
Katie Souter is an enforcement officer for the pensions regulator. Katie is our defender.
When you first receive a report, you sort of try and keep an open mind, but then the more you look into it and you realise that it does involve the charity which is there to help disabled people, anything associated with that does sort of stick in the back of your throat, and you feel more compelled than you otherwise would to really make sure that you get to the bottom of what's happening.
Katie was immediately concerned about where the charity's pension fund was being invested.
The scheme trustees had been investing money in properties that they were linked to themselves. That is, to us, is a clear conflict of interest, and so it's something that we would want to investigate.
Patrick McClary was, at that time, the CEO of Yateley Industries.
We tried to have productive conversations with him and they've just failed every time. Basically every trick in the book he could use to dissuade us from continuing to investigate, he tried. He didn't succeed because obviously that, for us, was a clear sign that there was something more going on.
Katie started to look more closely at the company that was set up to run the pension scheme. McClary was one of only 2 directors.
So effectively he gave himself control of the pension scheme from 2011.
The more Katie looked into the company, the more worried she became.
And that's really where we started to get quite a lot of confusing information that didn't quite add up and didn't really give us the comfort that we wanted. We started to have real concerns about the investments that had been made by the scheme.
Money had been invested in high-risk businesses, including a helicopter flying school and an antiques business owned by McClary's wife.
That raises alarm bells for us. We consider that to be an extremely high-risk investment for a pension scheme and not one we would typically see.
By now, Katie had serious concerns about McClary's company.
We took emergency action to replace them. Their powers were taken away and we appointed our own independent trustee.
Once that happened, more details of where the money had been invested started to emerge.
That's when it really kind of opened up exactly what had been going on behind the scenes.
Money from the pension fund had been transferred out of the UK and into a French bank account, controlled by McClary and his wife.
At that point, we obviously wanted to follow the money further, so we required Mr. McClary to provide us with those bank account statements.
Those statements were the turning point in Katie's investigation.
The French bank account statements really opened up the whole case for us because up until that point we had suspicions, but we didn't have any hard evidence of where the money had actually gone once it had left the UK.
The truth was, McClary was using the pension scheme to fund his lavish lifestyle. This was fraud.
These were the bank account statements that we got for the French account that Mr. and Mrs. McClary had together. We could see that they had bought a property in France. We could also see them buying theatre tickets, wine tasting days, things like that. It was quite shocking, really, just to go through exactly what the money had been spent on.
McClary had used the money to buy 2 properties in France, and another in Hampshire. He'd also paid off a personal loan.
Once we viewed the French bank statements, we had very clear evidence of fraud there. So at that point, we referred the case to our criminal investigations team for them to take forward.
Alison Farrer works closely with the National Trading Standards Scams team.
I think it's really cruel when you trust somebody and it turns out that they were just conning you. Fraud by abuse of trust is one of the worst things. There are far more good people in this world than bad. Unfortunately, when we hear about the bad guys, they do so much damage.
McClary had stolen just over £250,000 from the charity's pension scheme.
He was obviously very, very unhappy with our team. He was not at all pleased that we'd replaced him as a trustee. And now I can kind of see why. We'd taken away his funds that he was using for his lifestyle. So, yes, he was a very difficult man to deal with.
In November 2019, Patrick McClary pleaded guilty to fraud by abuse of position. The judge described McClary's actions as appalling dishonesty.
This is certainly some of the worst behaviour I've ever seen. I've worked at the regulator for nearly 10 years. The fact that it involved taking money from disabled people who had trusted him to look after their funds for their retirement was shocking.
McClary was jailed for 5 years, stripped of his MBE and ordered to pay £280,000 back into the pension scheme. The charity was so badly affected by the fraud that it came within days of closing.
We have a massive pension deficit. That for us is our biggest challenge that we need to overcome. There is a massive deficit within that scheme and we need to do whatever we can to fill that hole to make sure we have a sustainable future as a charity.
Sam Peplow is determined they'll survive.
I believe we can weather the storm and I believe that we can work our way through this, but any support we can get makes a massive difference to us. The local community have been absolutely fantastic. We continue to fundraise. We are paying into the pension scheme every single month to reduce that deficit.
Sam's aim now is to ensure everyone here has a safe and secure future.
All I have to do is walk into the factory or walk around the estate and see the people that we support, and I know that we can't fail for them. We have to make sure that this charity continues and that we build and grow, and we're then able to offer more opportunities for more people. The thought of it not being here scares me as to what would happen to our staff.
For Scott and for so many others working here, this charity is a lifeline.
I'd like to still be here in the future. If it wouldn't be Italy, I wouldn't be in a job. I just love this job so much. It's an amazing charity to work for, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Back in Maidstone, Jamie Duffy has already seized 2 vehicles caught fly tipping.
It doesn't matter what time of day it is or what the weather's like. We're out there in all weathers, any time of the day or the night, to catch the people that are doing things which they shouldn't be doing. Fly tipping doesn't necessarily happen 9 till 5. Hello, Jamie speaking.
Police have just traced the 3rd vehicle, another white transit van.
I'll see you in a second. Cheers, mate. Bye. That was the police just informing us that another ANPR activation has taken place, so they're just in pursuit to see if they can catch up with it.
It doesn't take them long. This is one of the 3 vehicles caught by covert cameras at a fly tipping hotspot. But there's no sign of the driver.
We're just going to see if we can locate the registered keeper. If not, then we'll take the vehicle without the owner being here.
Eventually, he does turn up, but he's not willing to hand over the keys.
By the sounds of it, he's admitting to the offence, but currently he doesn't want to give us the keys. We can still take the vehicle, that's absolutely fine. It's just easier with the keys.
The recovery truck's arrived, and it looks like they've got to do it the hard way. Without the keys.
Ultimately, it doesn't matter. We've still got it on the back of a recovery truck, and it will be going away to the compound.
The owner will need to claim it back and will also receive a fixed penalty notice for fly tipping.
The gentleman isn't very happy about the situation, but ultimately the fly tipping offence was committed from the vehicle. It's down to him. Fly tipping has many effects on many different people. Just disposing of your waste wherever you like isn't the right thing to do. Clean-up costs fall on local authorities. The costs of clearance is millions.
We work really closely with a number of different partners, and the local authorities are one of those. The local authorities themselves dish out tens of thousands of fines for fly tipping offences each year, and that overall helps in the fight against waste crime.
In each of these cases, the 2 white vans and the black BMW, the drivers were given £400 fixed penalties.
It's always a great feeling to know that we've captured them on the CCTV. With regards to the 3 individuals, they were blatant in the offences that they committed. They just thought of an easy, quick way to dispose of their waste.
Thanks to the success of this operation, there's been a fall in the amount of fly tipping in the area.
Really good result. Those offenders that have committed the offence in that location haven't committed the offence again, and they've been brought to justice.
Scenes like this send a strong deterrent message to anyone thinking of doing the same. Across the UK, our defenders are out there, protecting our environment and keeping us safe from those who exploit our trust.
I've seen people who've lost their homes, I've seen people who've lost their life savings, and that breaks my heart to see the impact on them. The people in my team and my colleagues across the country defend the public every day in the work that they do.
An incredible end to an era last night. Watch every episode ever of Peaky Blinders on BBC iPlayer right now. On BBC Sounds, check out artist icons like Coldplay, part of our new back-to-back sounds. You can listen right now.
Eight celebs, one Iceman.